Hey guys, EJ here, and this is a very different video. This is not not a fun video, you know. So, Post Malone seems to be having some problems, and I want to really address this issue heavily, and for quite a few reasons. Where did I put my? There they are. Sorry. Um, Many videos surface on TikTok and a bunch of other platforms. First of which that I saw was of him seemingly dropping his mic and picking it up and praising the mic and just like being looking so out of it and kind of just acting so goofy. And at first, I was like, you got people are overreacting, you know. Post Malone has always been a goofy guy. You know, he's always done a lot of crazy things on stage. He once stage dived and people moved out of the way because they didn't know what to do, and he fell on the ground. Like, this isn't a first for him to be doing goofy stuff. But something seemed a little off, especially when more videos came out, especially one of him singing Rockstar, where he rolled his eyes back into his head. And he always sings that song more aggressive live, but the way he was doing it then, he ended up dropping the mic again. And then there was one of him singing I Fall Apart, where he seemingly fell over when he was crouching down and decided just to stay down. And this has led a lot of people to believe that he has a lot of drug problems that he hasn't really addressed. And I was skeptical at first, but I'm pretty sure that this isn't that far-fetched. I want to address some of the counterclaims that I've seen. One of which being from the, I almost said Green Day, from the Post Malone subreddit, a lot of people are rushing to his defense and are pretty much claiming that, oh, his team, people contacted his team and they say he's fine. You know, his dad said he's fine. Tyler Yahweh, he said he's fine. Let me ask you this, alright? Let me just ask you this. Do you really think, if he had a problem going on, that his label and his close friends would really be honest and say, you know, he's perfectly fine. You know, he has nothing wrong with him. Do you really think they would do that? And the answer is no, they wouldn't. They're going to defend him no matter what. And that's what they're doing now. You know that? It's annoying because obviously they're going to want to give him a good reputation. And unless he comes out straightforward and says, hey guys, this is my issue, you know, drugs or whatever, they're not going to be calling out their most successful artist of the past few years as being a drug addict. They're not going to do that. Why would they? And same thing goes with Tyler Yahweh, who's a close friend of his. He probably knows what's going on, and he just doesn't want to say it because it's in many ways impolite to say things without a friend's approval, even something of this magnitude. So I don't take what they say seriously. They're just saying it to calm people down. People do this all the time. And many times this happens before a big event happens, and I hope an unfortunate event doesn't happen. And it's been leading to this decline for a long time. I mean, look at the past month. Look at the amount of face tattoos he's gotten and how out of it he's been. He posted a picture of himself crying. He's lost a good amount of weight. And he just seems like a different person. The way he's been acting is much less of this whole happy, really like outgoing personality that he used to have during the Stoney and Beer Bongs and Bentley's age. And it's morphed into this really closed in, very isolated, living out in the middle of Utah self. He's clearly depressed. I don't think there's much question about that. And I know that he's been smoking and drinking practically his whole life, but I have, you see people that smoke weed and get drunk, and they don't act like the way he's acting. There's clearly something worse going on here, and it's really concerning because look at what happened to many of the other popular artists of his style. I mean, look at Juice WRLD, who overdosed. Lil Peep overdosed. You know, Mac Miller. You know, so many of these artists go down the same exact path, and you know what? The labels don't care. They don't care. They'll milk it to the end. In fact, after they die, they'll probably make more money. You know, because look at it. Look what happened to XXXTentacion after he was shot and killed. All of a sudden, everybody was the biggest fan. And I admit, I wasn't a huge fan before. I liked his music, but I did become a fan after. But I'm not going to be one and fall for the trap of buying every single thing that comes out because it has his name on it. You know? The labels aren't going to stop anybody. They aren't going to stop Post Malone if they know he has a drug problem. They didn't stop Elvis. They didn't stop Kurt Cobain when he was depressed. They didn't stop anybody. They don't care. And I'm sorry, if the unfortunate happens, all right, you're gonna tell me that his group of people did not know, and I'm not calling them out, calling them evil people. What I'm really saying here is that this is obvious. This is obvious. And I'm sick of all of these supporters on Reddit, all of these like fans rushing to his defense saying, "Oh, he's just a goofy guy. He's just a goofy guy. He does this a lot. He does this a lot." Really? Is that going to be your defense when one day you wake up and you hear the news that something bad has happened? Oh, he was just goofing around? I'm sorry. Lil Peep was goofing around. Juice WRLD was goofing around. Elvis was goofing around. All the people in the 27 Club were goofing around. What's your point? What is your point? And I actually am getting a little annoyed. I am. Because the fans should be there to rush to his help. If they think something's wrong, whether he likes it or not, they should be there to help him out, show their support, and and just give him love. Show him that it's okay. We love your music. It saved us, etc. But no, instead people are like, oh, he's fine. He's fine. You know, he likes Bud Light. He likes Bud Light. You know what? I'm a huge fan. I wanted to just kind of show the fact that I own all of his albums. I own all of his albums. It's not like I'm just saying this because I want to get clout. I'm genuinely concerned. It has been really pissing me off the way people are acting. He clearly has a problem. It clearly needs to be addressed. And, you know, I know that a lot of artists have drug problems. I know that, you know, people are going to rush to defense and act like it's not a big deal. I know, okay? He needs to talk to somebody like Dave Gahan, who had a problem in the 90s and managed to pull himself through it, but that was only after a big event. You need to catch it when it's starting. And unfortunately, the way he's been acting, I don't think it just started now. I just think we're starting to see the outcomes of this behavior. And my one last point is don't blame Post Malone. Don't act like he's an idiot for doing it. And I know a lot of famous artists do fall into this trap, and they get called dumb. They get called, you know, idiots for doing it in the first place, alright? I know that's a common theme. I know that's what a lot of people love to do, you know, because it's easier to blame the drug addict. But ask yourself, why are they this way? You know? What is it about fame that brings out the worst in people? I'm not a philosopher. I'm not some great thinker, so I don't have all the answers. But he's clearly hurting. Listen to his lyrics. That's all you need to know. And if people don't do something, and if he doesn't get the help he needs, and if people aren't there to support him instead of defending every little thing he does, he's gonna be the next Juice WRLD. He's gonna be the next Lil Peep. He's gonna be the next Elvis. He's gonna be the next Jim Morrison. The list is endless. People are ignorant. That's all I have to say. Sorry, this is a really somber video, but if something happens, I will kind of be pissed at some of these people. That's all.